Hi, I'm Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com. I want to talk to you today about happiness and peace. Everything that we're striving for in our life can really be deducted down to wanting more happiness and wanting more peace. If you want more love, if you want more money, if you want to be in better shape, if you want anything at all, thinking you're going to be happy when you achieve that thing, when you get that thing. So I want to talk about one of the most important elements that will create happiness in your life. I want you to think about something that you're really, really mad about, somebody in your life that you're really, really upset with. And this could be as far back as you can remember. It could be something that happened earlier in the day. So I want you just to think about that person and how upset you are over that thing. And notice as you get in touch with that, it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel negative. It's not making you happy at all. As a matter of fact, it's just making you feel more and more upset the more you think about that thing. One of the things that happens is that people have a tendency to allow other people to control their emotions, how they feel. And one of the biggest things that you're ever going to learn in life is that you are always in control of your emotions, even if you're not in control of all of the things that have happened to you, or even if you don't believe that you created and attracted the things in your life, even if you don't believe that, you're in control of how you let that impact you today. One of the principles when you learn how to be happy and how to have more peace in your life is forgiveness. A lot of times people think, oh, I could never forgive that person for what they did to me. It was so horrible. No matter how horrible that thing is that happened to you, not forgiving that person has no relevance or impact on their state. You're trying to punish them. You're trying to hold them in a bad place in your mind. And somehow you think that by doing that, that they're paying the price, that they're paying the consequence. Who's really paying the consequence? Whenever you think about that thing, whenever you think about that person, you still harbor resentment and you still have this resistance to being happy. And it's one of those things that's interfering with your happiness, even if you're not consciously thinking about it. If you're unconsciously holding a grudge and you have some feeling of resentment toward anybody out there, it is energetically messing with your positive state. And you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have peace in your life. You deserve to attract the things that you want. And you're certainly not going to have as good of success with attracting the things that you want if there's a part of you that's feeling kind of negative and feeling let down and disappointed and frustrated. I want you to consider the fact that when you forgive somebody, and another way to state that is to give as before. When you forgive somebody, it's not necessarily that you're setting that person free. That person doesn't even have to know that you, in your own heart of hearts, have forgiven them. When you forgive somebody, you're setting yourself free. You're allowing yourself to make room for the good things and the peaceful things. And after all, if you're so very upset with that person, you don't want to give them that kind of power to upset you. Wouldn't it be better that you could just turn around and be happy? But be happy in a genuine and authentic and a true way that says, okay, this thing happened and now I'm ready to let it go. Now I'm ready to move on with my life and recognize that that person was acting at their best. People are always acting with the present level of awareness that they have at that time, even though to you it might seem incorrect, it might seem wrong, it might seem bad, it might seem like they intentionally set out to hurt you or do something wrong by you. However, people are always trying their best. So, whether you believe that or not, it doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is, something happened, it was in the past. And forgiveness allows you to move forward and to be able to create a new future for yourself. Whether you're able to forget about the incident is an entirely different story. You may never forget, and that's okay. One thing that would be very good for you to learn how to do, though, as you learn how to forgive, is to also think about how you may have been responsible for what happened. What could you have done differently? And it's kind of an interesting little game that you could play with yourself. You could just for a moment see how it feels to fight for their story. Fight for how wrong you were and what part you played in it, and just see if any of that makes sense to you. See if you can find any kind of clue at all to how you were behaving or what some of your actions were or how you were thinking or anything at all that you may have had something to do with what happened to you. And if you can get in touch with that, it's a very, very powerful thing, because what it's saying to you in your subconscious mind is that you're not a victim, that you are empowered, and that you have the power to attract whether good things happen to you or bad things happen to you. You have the power to attract whether you are influenced by other people's negativity. And so if you're allowing other people's negativity or things that they've done to bring you down, you're giving away your power. So I want to suggest to you that forgiveness is the one true way for you to empower yourself and to take back your power. And to truly, truly forgive someone requires a certain sense of integrity and honesty with yourself. It requires you to just let go of your ego. And when you're able to do that, when you're able to really call forth those kinds of characteristics that come from a place of maturity, then and only then are you moving closer and closer to that happiness and that peace that you want in your life. So, to summarize, really, forgiveness is one way, a path to your peace and your happiness. And one way to achieve forgiveness is to think about how you might have had something to do with the things that happened to you. And more than that, think about the fact that you're always responsible for your interpretations and how you think about things and how you allow them to control your feelings and emotions. And you don't want that thing to control your feelings or emotions anymore. You want to be happy. So take this moment now and forgive that person. Forgive them for whatever it is that they may have done intentionally or unintentionally to cause pain to you. Just let it go. Forgive them for whatever they may have said or done, whether they knew about it or didn't know about it. Just allow yourself to forgive them. Have that sense of maturity and take responsibility and become, in the process, a happier, more powerful, and peaceful person. I'm Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com. Thanks for listening. Good luck.